there, fans. Welcome to September project update. This is Prime Animations here, and wanted to welcome everyone. We're not doing the live streams again. We're going to switch it up, and maybe in the near future we'll go back to doing some live streams. But for now, we'll do the pre-recorded and just upload the video. So what I wanted to do is walk through the agenda. Right? Let's go through the agenda and see what we've got on our plate. What we want to do is update you on our project, right? What we've accomplished throughout the month of September. Not just what we've accomplished, but what we plan on tackling in the next coming month, right? We'll go over some additional information that we've got that we want to share with you guys, some additional information, some interesting news. Hopefully you guys will like it. So let's go ahead and dig into it, right? So what we've completed, let's see, we completed scene 6A and 8C were completed in the month of September. Additionally, the Cybertronian storage, like the entire environment, was completed. Our artist was able to get it textured and get it set up, and so hopefully we'll be tackling that within the next month or two. I think one of the scenes is it's relatively quick, so hopefully we'll be able to tackle that pretty quickly. Here's what we've got planned for the next coming month. We're gonna go ahead and work on scene 15A, 8B, and 1C. Those are gonna be the targets for the upcoming month. Meanwhile, I'm gonna continue working on 14A. It's about halfway done. Again, it's a pretty long scene, so there's a lot of characters. The length of the scene is not that bad. It's what it is, the multitude of characters that the scene has. I think in this particular scene we see 5 Autobots and against the Combaticons. So this is their initial counter here on Earth. The other thing that we'll be looking at doing is preparing again with that Cybertronian scene. We're going to be preparing to animate that either in the next month, depending on how quickly, for instance, 15A and 8B are done. I mean, 8B can be done within a matter of hours, so I'm sure that once we're done there, we can head on over to one of the other scenes. So it's either going to be scene 1113 or 1112. I'm going to make I think 1113 is the scene that we're going to target. Should be relatively quick. It's about 30-second scene maybe, so it shouldn't take that long to animate. What's still ongoing, right? What's still a work in progress? So 14A, like I mentioned, is still a work in progress. I'm about halfway done. I don't know if you guys can see there in that screen behind me. That's pretty much scene 14. Which is what I'm working on. As you can see there, it's Onslaught taking on RC. So I woke up this morning and started plugging away at it. I did get email from one of our main animator, our lead animator, excuse me. Fowler, General Bryce, and our soldier are being worked on. We got some images that he sent over maybe a couple weeks ago, where they were brought into the Blender environment, and he's kind of working out how to rig it, how to skin it, and the whole nine. So Fowler's the priority amongst those three characters, right? Because it's Fowler, General Bryce, and then the soldier is mainly a cut and paste. We replicate the character over and maybe give it a beard, give it a mustache, change the skin tone just to give it some variation. So, not that big, but Fowler's the big one, because with Fowler being done, we can finish scene 5. Scene 5, I think there's like about 3 different scenes that we can finish off completely with having Fowler done. So he's going to be the next one. General Bryson, pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, takes place in like scene 9 or something like that. So he's got one full scene. Actually, he's divvied up into 3 scenes. I think it might be like 7, 9, and then something else. I can't really quite remember, but yeah. So the other news that I wanted to fill you in on is our trailer. About 3 months ago, someone asked about a trailer, an official trailer, and I said that we would be working on a trailer. Our editor, graphic designer Katie was working on kind of compiling our animatics and coming up with a trailer. That's actually her role, or that was her role. I don't know what her current role is, but that was her role when she was with Warner Brothers, where she would do promotional editing and so on and so forth. So she put together a nice little trailer for us, where as we go bringing the scenes into Blender and animating them in Blender, we basically replace the old animatics that we have. So we're about 75% done with that. I've kind of been, plugging them in there, following her file as a guide. And I would say we're about 75, 80% done. If we can get, once we get Fowler in those scenes that I mentioned, and we can animate him and replace those scenes, because some of the trailer does have him showcased in it. So if we can do that, we'll be ready to go with that. I'm going to say that we can have the trailer out by the end of this year, like the official trailer. I also contacted our audio guys. They're going to be working on the actual audio for it. So I would say by the end of this year, we'll have a trailer out for you guys. It's not going to be rendered. We kind of tossed it back and forth on the team. We talked about it. Should we render it, since they're quick clips? But these scenes they're not prepped for actual rendering. They have basic lighting and stuff like that. So to get all that to look like the rendered images or the rendered clips that we've put out, it'll delay it. So for now, we're going to go ahead and not render it and just do the kind of like the screen captures that we've been doing, or I think they're called the video blasts. I think in Maya it's called video blast. I don't know what it's called in Blender, but essentially it's an animated version of a screen capture, right? So we've got that coming. If we finish ahead of time, we'll let you guys know the exact date. So as of right now, we'll maybe around Christmas time we'll release it. If that should happen to change and we get it done sooner, we'll let everybody know. We'll kind of put it on the calendar, and we'll make an event out of it so that everybody knows and everybody's fully aware that, hey, we've finished ahead of time and we're going to go ahead and post it out. That's basically the updates that I have for you guys for the month of September. We got a pretty good amount accomplished here. We're going to go ahead and continue to push forward. I know I'm still getting questions. When is it going to be done? When is it going to be released? How much longer? Guys, it's a labor of love. I wish we could finish it like tomorrow, and that way we can put it out there, because it has been a very, very long time. It's longer than what I anticipated. And again, the reason why if you want, I think in our May or April project update, I specified what took place, right? The details. Software got discontinued. My artists weren't able to use it. And in order to make it look the way that the rendered images did, I just didn't know how to get it there in the old software. So I made the leadership decision to switch softwares from Softimage to Blender. So that's been the delay. We've only got one expert working on Blender while everybody else is trying to learn it, like myself. It's a software that's more complex for me, because Softimage was, for me, a little bit more organized, the interface, and I had been working on it for like 10 years, so it's just easier for me. So picking up a new one and learning all the things, it's a little bit trickier, but we've been again pushing through. We've kind of our lead animator Jonathan has been working with us. He's been guiding us, any questions that we have, he helps us out. But again, the reason I made that is because I think it'll look better in Blender, because of the fact that he knows a lot more than I do as far as rendering and lighting and the setups. I'll be honest, that's my weak point. I just can't seem to grasp it. And Softimage, the rendering engine is more complex, and maybe that's why, that's part of it, right? In Blender, it seems a little bit more user-friendly, a little bit more simplistic. So, and because it's a free software, there's a lot more tutorials for that than the software that we were previously using. So that's the delay. Again, I'm reiterating that. You know, it's just something that we just gotta bear and bear with us, and we're gonna keep pushing forward with it. You know, I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, I can't tell you how many messages I get on a weekly basis of when is it going to be done, what's taking so long, and so on and so forth. And I'm going to get to a point where I'm just not even going to answer that question. Hopefully, you're watching the videos. Hopefully, you guys are following us. I've put it out there several times that this is the reason why the delay. Hopefully, now that we've got everything in Blender, the sequel won't take as long, right? That's why we're getting a jump on it now, right? We're modeling characters. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Character sheets, right? Put out a couple of character sheets for the sequel. I think I put out last week the Predacon Skylinks. So that's 2 Predacons so far confirmed. Obviously, the third one's going to be Darksteel. So we're going to do that hopefully in the next month of September. Excuse me, in the next month of October. We'll put out his character sheet as well. But we've got the Predacons coming back in the sequel. We've got Dinobots confirmed in here. And so far we've gotten 3 designs. We've gotten Swoop, Grimlock, and I don't know whether to call them Slag, Slug. I don't know. I think Slag is a bad word in the UK. So if you're following us in the UK, I apologize. That's it's not a bad word for us here. So I haven't decided what I'm going to name him. You know what? I'll leave that up to our lead storyboard artist, because she's from the UK, Vicky. If she says it's offensive, or if she says it's a bad word and she's going to go to... I'll leave that decision up to her. I'll talk to her about it and see what she says. I'll follow her lead on that one. But yeah, we've got some more stuff coming as far as that goes in the month of October. We'll also post some other characters that we're going to do from maybe the third film. There's a couple of things that I need to tweak that I just wasn't too happy with, but we will definitely be posting those as well. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope this video was informative. I hope that you guys are staying tuned to all these project updates, right? I hope you guys are excited as we are. I know it's been a long time. We've been working on it for 5 years, but just bear with us one more year. We want to complete this by 2020 and release it by 2020. So that's going to be the aim. Based on where we're at, there really is no reason why we shouldn't get there unless we have some type of technical difficulty. But again, if that should happen, if we are seriously delayed, what maybe we might do is, I think someone had suggested maybe doing episodes as opposed to a full-fledged film, and maybe that's something that we could do. We could do like scene by scene. We'll release this is scene 1, scene 2, and scene 3. Maybe we'll do that just to be able to quench your thirst for Prime stuff. But again, we'll come to that bridge when we get there, or we'll cross it when we get there. Until next time, guys, our next project update will be at the end of October. And hopefully we'll have these scenes plus maybe a little bit more done for you guys. And by then we'll kind of give a percentage as to where we're at, or at the very least, what we can do is give you what scenes need to be finished. I think that's fair enough. We'll do that. On the next video, I'll give you what scenes need to be finished, so that way you guys can deduce where we're at. That's about it. That's all I have, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Please share it so all the TF fans that are out there knows. There's a lot of people that still don't know about us. There's a lot of people that are just coming up on the project like, wow, I didn't know you guys were doing this. We just stumbled across it. So please get the word out there as much as you can. And one more thing. Our GoFundMe campaign is still going on. We've crossed the 2,000 mark, which is really good. We're about halfway there to getting at least one of our desired goals. So I want to challenge you guys out there. If everybody that's watching this video can at least do $1. $1. I mean, we've had, I think in one of our animation clips, we've had 20,000 people watch it. So if one person, no, not watch it. Yeah, watch it? Yeah, watch it. If each person can donate $1, that'll help us get to our goal. At the very least, I would like to get one of our render engines that we're aiming for. So that's the challenge to you guys. Again, share it, like it, subscribe, hit the notification. We'll also be working on our next character video, which will be Galvatron. He'll be coming up next, hopefully within the next week or two. That's it from us. Take care. Have a great one, guys.